The best day of my life? That's easy. November 2nd, 1986. The day we finally beat the Twin Town Tigers. You see, Twin Town had beaten us 5 straight years, thanks in part to their damn single-wing offense. 15 years later, I haven't forgotten the pain of those losses, or the joy of that victory. And I haven't forgotten the single wing. So I made a movie about it.
Buck Starbeck, and that's who I learned the single wing from. And he had me post the 9 spin plays and the 3 pass patterns on the chalkboard in the visiting team locker room and said, here they are, stop them. He's the winningest coach in the state of Iowa to this day.
Let's get started, guys. I want to welcome everybody to 1999 National Single Wing Symposium. I'm Dan Johnson, and you're not. Actually, our first meeting was in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, 4 years ago, and there's about 5 of us that met together. We met there for 3 days, and then we decided, well, we'll get together and meet in Michigan, and we found some other single wing coaches around the nation. And we probably had 20 show up at that meeting, and then last year we probably had 30 at Manitou, and this year, we had over almost 60, I believe, if you count everybody. And the people at the conference this year, not one of them had a losing season this year. You got to tell us your name, rank, and serial number. How many years you been running this thing?
Name, rank, and serial number. I don't remember it anymore. It's too long ago. Anyway, my name is Ken Hofer, and I coach at Menominee High School, Menominee, Michigan. And I've been coaching there since 1966.
My name is Richard Haddon. I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana, and we don't run the single wing, but I've been a student of the single wing for 6 years now.
My name's Tim Nolan. I'm from Mount Zion, Illinois, and we've been running the single wing there for 5 years now.
I live in Atherton, California, and I actually quit coaching a few years ago, but we always ran the single wing.
I'm the head football coach at Conway Springs, Kansas,
Ithaca High School in Ithaca, Michigan.
The mountains of Southwest Virginia.
Down on the east coast of North Carolina.
Osceola, Missouri.
From Connecticut.
Manitou Springs, Colorado.
From Salt Lake City.
Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Cedar Ridge, Colorado.
I look around the room, and most of what I'm doing I stole from the people that are sitting here.
I've been a head coach for 21 years, and we've run, of course, the single wing offense that entire time.
I've spent about 23 years coaching. If it ain't single wing, it ain't football. Installed the single wing in 1979, been running it ever since.
Had my first experience with single wing football in 1937.
1936.
And we've been coaching it,
too damn long.
33 years. And I'm his assistant now, too.
And the good coaches coach that single wing.
After 4.5 hours in the morning of talking about nothing but the single wing, we'd go to lunch and talk about the single wing. It was almost like, Single Wing Anonymous.
That's our single wing. Carl and Don, come up here, please. Now get up here. There we go. Get your hands out of your pockets. You can play with that tomorrow. Now you see these gentlemen are toe to toe here. Step forward shortly. Straight ahead, if you don't mind, please. Sure. There. Now he will pull by taking a pull step right there, right straight out the line of scrimmage.
Just like this, just saying here, I'm gonna catch it. The other back put his hands this way.
I always like to have the screen man. Our backs were down in this position, looking to receive the ball.
See the boys downfield there? There's the reverse. Now when we hit that end, we're going to raise up on it. What makes it work is this wingback who needs to always play the same distance from that tackle, which is 2 yards back and 2 yards out. Coach comes by here, he's going to give ground just a little bit.
We're playing Keith Piper's single wing, and I'm the defensive coordinator. We go out, 33 years of Wittenberg tradition on the line, and it is the worst butt kicking you have ever seen in your life for a high school team. Our kids played their hearts out, but we couldn't stop them. And every year for 4 years, as I'm preparing with my defensive coaches, I would say this: if I ever go back to high school, I'm running this son of a gun. If I ever go back to high school, I'm going to run this offense.
And I actually played around, as I have from time to time, going to some kind of T formation. And the minute I do, my assistants jump my ass and say, "Are you crazy?"
Single wing football has always been known as kind of a smash mouth, old time, no face mask type football, and you sell that to the kids and they really believe that that's the persona they have to take on of the old Bronco Nagurski with his nose laid over on the side of his face and, a leather helmet and no face mask, and they really, it makes them a lot tougher to believe that they're following in those guys' footsteps.
There is no offense rendered today or in the past that has the deception that is offered by the single wing with a spinning fullback. When these three people come together and are meshed, the secondary is just completely stifled. Who's got the ball? Hey, you can't defense the single wing.
I don't think there's actually a true defense to shut down the single wing. That's why I run it. When I became a head coach, I knew that the offense I wanted to run was the one that I had the most trouble stopping when I was a head coach at Colorado. And that was definitely the single wing.
Do I want to see it flourish? No. I enjoy being unique, and I think all these coaches would agree with that. That's certainly part of our edge.
You're showing them something different they haven't seen, and it's a distinct advantage. I've seen that over the years. I had smaller teams, and we get hold of some of those big teams, and we finesse them.
And because of the fear of losing their job, there's this tremendous conformity throughout major football, major college and pro football. Everybody wants to do the same as everybody else, because if it fails, you can blame the players.
And the pros, that's another world. You've got those 35-year-old quarterbacks who are mostly immobile and brittle, and I don't think they could last very long running the offense these guys do.
The word got out that it's old-fashioned. And when you mention old-fashioned anything, nobody wants a part of it. I always say anything you can do from a tee, I'll do it better from the single wing.
The quarterback is so embedded in the people's mind that you have to have a quarterback to have a football team. But I think most people who run the single wing have proven that they can get it done another way too.
Fathers don't want to send their son to a college that has a single wing offense. They want their son to line up over center, go deep, get that big contract, and it's amazing the money's that out there for the players that have never played it down. But that brings me to Donovan McNabb, Achilles Smith, and even Cordell Stewart. Those are guys that probably could run the single wing offense.
Takes a different
kind of players play that single wing. It's a rugged game, a rugged offense, and yet it's very tricky and very powerful. It's one of the finest formations that's ever been played, and I predict that it's on the way back.
I had waited over 50 years to get a chance to attend a single wing clinic of any kind. I don't mind coming here and talking to these people. I look forward to it. It's great to come in, and there's so many different types of single wings, and we can communicate with one another. But you know, if there's a bunch of T coaches here, I would be about to give them my secrets away on how I block and so forth in the single wing. But to these guys, they're family.
There's no question that this thing is really important to keep the single wing going, because before this, nobody that ran the single wing really had anybody to talk to. There's just not a lot of people to talk to about your offense when you're the only one in your state, or maybe one or two people in your state that are running it.
You know, these are great guys. It's all about tradition. It's about doing something nobody else is, and it's about teaching. A coach once told me coaching isn't about how much you know, it's about how much you teach. And so I think that that's what these guys are doing.
When I was retiring, they had a retirement dinner for me, and somebody asked me the greatest thrill I ever had coaching. And they expected me to talk about some college game. I said, it was when I was coaching at junior high school, my first job, Trenton, Missouri. We ran a single wing. We beat junior high beat the sophomores. That doesn't happen very often. Never forget that. You thought I'd won the world championship.
I'm the son of a coach. He started coaching about 1930, early 30s. He's dead now. He'd be 90-some years old. And I have really enjoyed being here listening to these senior citizens discuss their offense. All right, but I really have, because they remind me so much of my dad.
If they don't run the single wing, they're not playing football. I got to say the same thing about the T format. The only thing a T means to me at halftime is something you drink. And that's the way I leave it.
You talk about a special relationship. That was really nice, you know. All of us trade film and trade tape, you know, so we know each other exists. But to get together again was really fun. This is 1941. This is one of the oldest plays in football. We're a balanced line Notre Dame box, but it's a single. This is me with the ball here. Now here I'm catching the ball in the center. This was a book that I wrote in 1964, published by Prentice Hall. And here's the fullback wedge in my book. But there's nothing basically new in football. It's just run from a different formation.
Why have you remained so faithful to the single wing all those years?
Well, basically, there's an old adage, you coach what you know best. And that's part of it. The other thing is, the other team is not familiar with it, and they have to have special defenses, and they have only a short time to get ready. Petty is favored. So what? We've been playing football longer than any team in the country, any high school team in the country. We have a great tradition. It's when you're underdogs that you show your mettle. If someone makes a mistake, don't yell at them. Cheer them up, okay? Someone misses a tackle, whatever like that, fumbles. It's not going to do any good to chew them out. We're all together here. I want to tell you something. We're going to have a good football team. I think it's going to start today. Let's go get it. Come on. Oh, the excitement's still there. I'll tell you something. I'll be drummed out of the coaching ranks for this. You want to win, of course, but the big thing is not so much winning as what you can do for the kids and the experience they get out of it. Because if they have to have the discipline of playing, they have to face disappointment. But if they know that they can improve, then they've learned something for life.
Right on, baby. This is our field. We do not lose here. You hear me? We do not lose here.
You know, you're not worth a damn as a coach if you don't welcome the challenge of trying to make kids better. You know, so that's what it's all about. If you can help a kid a little bit, you know, I don't think I take credit for this, but maybe I helped him a little bit, then that's your reward. And every year I get letters from people and kids come through. I say kids, I mean oftentimes they're in their 50s or whatever they are. And, you know, we must be doing something right if people care that much about it. I've had any number of people said I never could have gotten through medical school if it hadn't been for the experience I got playing football. I don't know if they're just trying to be nice, or some of that I think is true. But you can't take those things, you know, they can't take that away from you. That means more to you than all the money you could have made doing something else. If you want to know if I've given up in the formation, Steve, I haven't. Hey, the people who stayed with it are having great success.
Well, I just think it gives us, it gets a lot of kids involved and creates excitement, and you know, that was the main thing, and gives you power football and misdirection football, and it's just an exciting brand of football.
It just like destroys the other team. They don't know what to do. They don't know where the ball is. They can't find the ball. And third, fourth quarter, I'm on the sidelines because the score's so big. We're just talking about it, laughing, how the other people going the wrong way and everything. So it's just a fun offense to run.
A lot of it's deception, you know. They can't find the ball. The linebackers can't see the ball, and they can't follow it. And a lot of times they'll think one guy has the ball and the other guy's going the other way with the ball. And I think that's a big advantage.
Well, I think it starts with people, but I think single wing has enhanced our abilities and made us able to take use of everybody's ability.
You play all year for a game like this, and right now everybody's a little nervous and hoping that it works out for us. I'm sure it will. We have a very good team, as you'll see today.
What do you know about Sam?
They have a very good offensive line. They have a lot of talent. They're strong. They'll be tough. They'll be real tough.
All right, Charles. Let's roll, baby. Let's rock and roll.
Here, receivers out here.
They don't know what's about to hit them in the face, fellas. Let's show it to them.
We're hoping they're
all about going out, hitting people, and playing football. Don't do anything that you haven't done all year. Be a football team. That's what makes us special. That's why we're different. This is the best team that's ever been assembled in this state, and we're going to prove it today. But nobody strikes out on their own. Everybody stays with you in your technique and does your job and plays with the most emotion we've played with all year. Let's get it done.
I want to see rug burns on 4 sets of asses, fellas. When they come down and we cross, bring it all the way back, middle return. Hey, here we go.
Constantly at 2nd down and short, and we are going on have to go on 4th down to get it. Get the big blocks, get the push, and get them off the ball. There's no excuse in that.
As he runs through this week's action.
Dustin, Nick.
Parkview dominated the ball game, but only led by a small margin. I knew their fate was doomed. I knew this because I'd seen this game before, back in '86. When we beat Twin Town, a deep touchdown pass was the decisive play in the game. And wouldn't you know it, 15 years later, a deep touchdown pass would once again spell defeat for a single-wing team in a championship game. Salem learned their lesson. You can't stop a single-wing team. You have to try to outscore them.